big silly tank with big silly fish that I've been told aren't meant to go together. These are together, what can I say? Together forever. And other dodgy Jason Donovan songs. You see up there as well, if you can, I'll try and zoom in. There's I think they're called platties and mollies, and I mean there's all sorts in here. You know, big plecs, little plecs, upside down catfish, big sod off Oscar, varies Malawi, cichlid, silver dollars, the catfish. He's quite a nice green colour. I don't know if you can see from that picture. He's quite a nice green colour. Oh, there's these fellas are going to have to come out soon. They're getting quite big now. They're supposed to be brackish, so they still seem quite happy. As soon as I see behavioural changes, I'll take them out. I think that's probably the best way to handle it. I'll take them out and put them in their own little brackish setup, because there's 4 of them anyway. But at the moment, they're really active. They're really fun. No problems there. I mean, you can see there's all sorts, as I said. There's well, I mean, just look for yourself, really. Fontessa as well there. Enjoying the bubbles. What else can we see? Let's look a bit closer. There's quite a few loach. A few cribs, cribensis. Pakistani loach again. These fellows I got today. Got a pair of those, breeding pair of those for a tenner. Did quite well there. See the flower horn in the background, I've got to get a mate for that. Get them coloured up a bit. Right, I mean, what else have we got that we can show you? Let's go around here a bit. It's a big old tank, this is. Nice little setup. Tank only cost me 60 quid. The contents, apart from those that I get from the shop, like the Fahukas, which you'll probably see at some point. Look, there's a Pacu there. Red severums, a couple of them, a pair of them in there as well. I've got it pretty well stocked out. I need to get cleared of a few. You see this fella here? Look, can you see him? There's a pair of them. It's Fahuka. There's a pair of them in there. I'm going to get some Amazons as well. I'm fully aware, before any of you comment, that the Fahukas get to like 2 foot on occasion. When that happens, I've got bigger setups. I've got a 7 foot tank, 800 litre. They'll go in there, you know, the beasts like the Pacu and the Fahukas when they get to stupid size, and the Oscar probably, and perhaps 1 or 2 other things. We'll go in there and we'll focus on getting this sorted. There is a lot more. There's some quite interesting fish as well. It's trying to find them, because obviously, you know, the interesting fish are normally a bit shy. There's a twig catfish somewhere. Let's see if we can find them. Oh, look at that. So I've got to get these plecs out. Look at the size of that poo. It strangled that plant, that poo. It's so big. I hope the fontessa's alright. He's been doing that for a bit, about half an hour. Hopefully it's because I put a mate in there for him. And I think he's building up to a bit of twitchy tail action. Yeah, you know, there's all sorts, man. I like my fish. Don't like spending a lot of money though, so I was just saying I get them cheap. Yeah, there's look, very cute little fish these are at the moment. They're so small and they're so cute, and they're like stoner fish basically. They're just nothing like the GSPs. They just chill. You know, I thought they were real actually, but they're not. It's just the way they are. They're only about 1.5 inches. I know they're going to grow massive, inch a month, blah blah blah. Don't tell me off and shit. Can't be bothered with bad comments. At the end of the day, it's my tank. I do what I want. I look at my fish, you know, very carefully. I don't have a television. You know, it's my fish. My fish is the television, so they're monitored very closely. You can see the green upside down there. He's a nice lad, he is. Another severum, another one of those fish that I got today. I wish I could show you some of the other stuff. Desperately trying to find it. There's like fire eels and birches and all sorts of shit. But as is always the case. Not right now, there isn't. I'll maybe make a second video, depends how this one goes down. If I get a few nice comments and people not taking the piss and just generally being an idiots. I'll show you what I did with this tank actually. I'm quite proud of this. As I said, the tank alone cost me 60 quid. And so what I did, because there was no filter, stand, was I built a stand out of, these are sleepers out of the Matrix Churchill factory. I live in Coventry. There's a lot of closed factories around. So I got the sleepers and I planed them down. And I made my own shellac using methylated spirits and crickets. Ground down dried crickets. I made my own shellac. And it worked pretty well. Something else I did that I'll show you. This is a good tip. LEDs are so effective now. I priced up getting new tubes for this and the specific sizes, so they cost a fortune. If you have a look at this, I'll try and show you this without blinding you. Oops. What I did, as you can see, is make my own. And these are LED strips, they're SMD 5050s. 5 metres of SMD 5050 with a waterproof rating of IP65, which means the backs aren't covered, which means effectively they're not truly waterproof. Cost like, I think it cost 8 quid. I mean, I'll turn them off here, right, and you'll see the difference. That's the tank now, yeah, with like backlighting, and that's with the LED strip on. See, look at the light. And they're blinding. How I got around that, the interesting little thing, how I got around that actually was I got some cable ties, long cable ties, and I cable tied, I'll just go back a bit so I can have an overall look. I cable tied strips with silicone on the back. I took the backing off, cleaned it with methylated spirit so it wasn't sticky anymore, and siliconed right down the back, and then cable tied the strips into place on the actual existing light beam. It's an interesting tip. It was a bit fiddly, I won't bullshit you. I then ran a bead of silicone down the edges of each side and just like wet my finger and wiped it. I let it dry for a day, and we've got fully waterproof now. I mean, this is IP bongo rating. Waterproof 5050 SMDs. The complete setup was a fucking bargain. Tank 60 quid, stand was free. Shellac cost me price of a bottle of methylated spirits, which I nicked off a tramp. No, I didn't, sorry. Terrible thing to say. Well, yeah, you know, I think the lights are off, aren't they? Let's get the lights back on and have a quick look again, and then we'll wrap this video up. There we go. Busy tank. A few of the silver dollars need to go because it's too overcrowded. I'm going to get rid of all the plecs. If anyone wants a 14-inch plec, free. They'll have to collect it, obviously. It'd be nice if you could swap me a fish for it, just a goodwill gesture. If anyone wants one, they can have it. I'm in Coventry. That's my community setup in totality, with a bit of wheeling dealing. The fish, the pump, external, the stand, the tank, the lights, the rock, the lot basically. owes me under 200, well, owes me about 250 quid. The fontesses, when they start breeding, I can sell the babies for like 9 quid a pop. Quite nice. Obviously the green spotted puffers won't breed. There's a few other things in there that'll breed. You know, it just funds itself, doesn't it, at the end of the day? You get fish dirt cheap, you sell them on at a reasonable profit. People still get bargains, you get a good profit, and you get free fish off the back of it, which is why a lot of trading's been done. And as I say, that's my setup. I'm quite happy with it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to the onslaught of abuse, which seems to be traditional these days on YouTube, where people don't have the balls to pop over and say hello and say, you shouldn't be doing that, you're a twat. They just write abuse instead. As I said, this setup's been monitored daily, you know, hours each day. I just spend looking at my fish. Any kind of problems. For example, I had a 15-inch midas in there. It was going around taking chunks out of the plecs. Took a chunk out of one of my other fish, cichlids as well. It was an arsehole, so I took it out and I gave it to a mate who's got a 10-foot tank with like 2-foot paccu in and 2-foot red shark in, and he's got 3-foot gourami in there. Basically, the midas is going to get the shit kicked out of it if it tries it on. So it's in a home it deserves, where it's no longer alpha male. There is no alpha male in the tank. The Oscar tries it on now and again, but it still gets put into shape. The Pacu, as you can see, is incredibly peaceful. You know, it's alright, it works, regardless of what people say. All I can suggest is, try this shit out for yourself, but don't be a muppet. Don't put a load of fish in together that shouldn't go together and then piss off on holiday, because you'll come back and you know, there'll just be a bloodbath. Monitor it, take stuff in, out, put stuff in, see what works. So, as I said, there's 3 silver dollar for sale, tenner each, 3 for 25 quid, or there's plecs here, which I just want rid of because they're shitty bastards, and I'm sick of the bio load on the tank. It just can't hack it, and I've got no sump. It needs to go with someone with a sump, really. And yeah, that's about the story. Bargains. Thanks for watching. Look forward to your comments. I hope I do anyway. And I'm sorry I couldn't show you the electric catfish that's in there. That's zapped me a couple of times. And a few other bits and pieces. Chocolate almond catfish is in there as well somewhere. It's all good. Thank you very much. Goodbye.